What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Now today we're gonna be starting something a little bit different, right? So we're gonna be starting what we call phase or stage one from taking this car from was once more of a stanced showish car into a street car. Now, no, it's not gonna be 1,000 horsepower or anything near that, just my personal transformation. So there's a few things that sure, people are gonna be like, that's dumb, it's not gonna add much, yada, yada, yada. I really don't give a shit. This is what I'm doing to make this car a bit quicker on the street, have a little bit of fun with. It's no longer anywhere near my daily driver, so now I kind of have the option to mess around with it in ways I never would before. But now we're gonna start jumping to it. First thing I did was pull off all of that custom aero stuff. All of this is actually just where it wore in. None of this was actually visible, but anyways, so it wasn't designed to be obviously like legitimate race car stuff. However, I'm sure it added some level of downforce. If anything, it is actually had a little bit of weight to it. You know, it's aluminum, a little bit of weight to it. So the car is a little bit naked now, but I, for one, actually don't mind it. It looks a little bit sleeker now. Maybe a little bit less aggressive, but that's okay. All right, so the first thing we're gonna be doing in this video is the stuff that costs you zero money. So in this case, I know not all of you are gonna have aero. I did, so I pulled that off. That's gonna help me a little bit. I am actually sponsored by Spoiler King, so I will not be pulling this spoiler off. It's probably about a 5-pound spoiler, and at this angle, it probably is creating some level of downforce, but I do make money off of it, therefore I will not be taking it off. So, first thing we'd be doing is pulling off your engine covers. I am not going to because I take it to shows and it hides a lot of shit. So floor mats, already got that one. I'll take that one off. And then another set you can do here is you can pull all of these out. And the other thing you do is clean them. That one over there actually had 6, yes, I'm serious, 6 shifter balls, which was probably like 5 pounds. Like, I've got my old low-ring bolts in here. Literally, this is all the easy stuff that I know a lot of people are gonna be like, that's bullshit, that's not really gonna help. But in this case, whatever's free that helps in any way, that's what we're doing. But the last and most important thing we're doing is gonna be up front. It's gonna aid in dropping some weight and definitely a little bit in our weight transfer for racing. Boom, vets on the lift. Now what we're removing is the front sway bar. Holy shit, that's heavy. The front sway bar. Now I have the C6Z06 one, so it's like twice the diameter and twice the weight. So obviously the weight adds, but the other thing is it's gonna loosen up the front end. So when we punch it or we launch, it's gonna rock back a little bit more rather than be so tight up front. And I will show how to remove this. It's pretty darn simple. Actually, the install was a little bit harder just because it's so much bigger and it doesn't want to flex and bend at all, but this is the most important part of this first step. All right, so these are 13s and the bar will kind of just rock down, and then we're gonna keep the links in because we might as well pull that shit off too. And then I think these are 18s, but I'll get back with you. All right, so those are all out. The bar will swing down. Now it's on to this. Now, if we're gonna do these, you need an extension or power tool. And again, it's a 13mm. They come out no problem though. Yeah, I was fucking around with it with the wrench and no extension, and I just realized how stupid I am. So I went and got the automatic tool. But now let's bust the rest of this thing off. It's off. It is an 18. And you have to have an 18 obviously here, and on the back a wrench here to hold it in place just so it doesn't continue to spin in order to pop it off. Now that is done. I'd say it's a good 15 pounds, give or take. But another thing is that, like I said, it loosens up the front end, so it helps with the weight transfer. Now, In the coming videos, we will be addressing our wheels and tires. Stay put for that. I think it's gonna look pretty fucking badass. We'll also be addressing our shock situation, probably something like Viking. And then we're gonna be doing some heads eventually. That's gonna be a long time coming, but you know, it's in the plans. A couple of other things I've already done for looks, but they do benefit me in this particular situation. First thing is when I did these lower door covers here, I pulled out whatever sound deadening there was in here. Very little, but it's gone. All right, next thing is the seats are 11 pounds lighter per seat than the C5 that has the automatic. So if they're just on the sliders, I think they're about the same weight, but mine had the motors, so I'm down about 22 pounds. The steering wheel is probably 4 or 5 pounds lighter than the factory one, believe it or not. Yes, the airbag and the factory seat and the steering wheel was incredibly heavy. Other than that, I pulled out the little, like you saw, the covers in the back and my floor mats. Ugh. And that's it for the interior. All right, I decided to kind of throw this in, or I lied. I posted a poll on Instagram, gave it about 10 minutes, and it was about 80% yes to pull my mufflers. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of a open X-pipe-ish. So it's gonna be open X-pipe, but I have the extensions on there, so it is gonna be pushing it out a bit further. But as we all know, the factory mufflers, which are actually what I'm running on this car, I think this I'm fucking sick, are quite heavy. That's why people opt for these Z06 ones. They're about 15 pounds lighter, but we're just gonna pull it all off and see how much we save. And that, guys, this is the first little step. Next is gonna be wheels, so I'll let you guys know on Instagram, but wait for that. That's coming pretty relatively soon. But other than that, guys, I'll catch you later. Couldn't let y'all go without letting y'all hear it. So it's loud, but this is gonna be the outro, guys, because you're not gonna be able to hear me talk. But see you guys in the next one.